Welcome to Motorize.de. Today we're taking a closer look at the BMW R1100R from the 259 series, a roadster that distills BMW's 90s engineering down to the essentials. No fairings, no flash, just a lot of substance. We'll cover its strengths, the typical weak points, and what really matters when you're shopping for one. And this isn't just about specs, it's about what the bike is like to live with. That confident boxer character, the distinctive feel of the chassis, and the small details that separate well-kept examples from poorly modified ones. One feature we'll keep coming back to is BMW's telelever front suspension, which dives far less under braking than a conventional fork. If you're after an honest, low-maintenance classic, you're in the right place. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte füge den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 2 hier ein oder lade ihn als Dateibild hoch. Dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch, natürlich und ansprechend ins Englische. History and Evolution, 120-150 words. In 1994, we introduced the R1100R as the roadster version of its new oilhead generation, internally known as Model Series 259. In doing so, it replaced the air-cooled two-valve boxer twins in this segment and brought modern engineering to a deliberately no-nonsense naked bike class. At the heart of the concept was the 1085cc boxer engine with 4-valve heads and Bosch Motronic MA 2.2 fuel injection, paired with a 5-speed gearbox and shaft drive. Development was shaped by a clear emphasis on stability and safety. The telelever front end and paralever rear suspension were designed to reduce brake dive and shaft drive reactions, rather than simply delivering sporty stiffness. A key milestone was the optional ABS2, an outstanding selling point in the mid-1990s. The idea wouldn't be fully carried forward until the later R1150R. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte füge den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 4 hier ein oder lade ihn als Dateibild hoch. Dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch, natürlich und ansprechend ins Englische. Technical specs to 150 words. The BMW R1100R is powered by an air and oil-cooled 1085cc boxer twin. It produces around 80 horsepower at 6,750 RPM and about 97 newton-meters of torque at 5,250 RPM. Less about peak numbers, more about that strong, effortless pull from low revs. A 5-speed gearbox handles shifting, and the power is sent to the rear wheel via a low-maintenance shaft drive. Up front, BMW uses the telelever, with the paralever at the rear, a setup that keeps the bike stable under braking and smooths out throttle transitions. Braking comes from a 320mm twin front disc and a single rear disc. ABS2 was available depending on model year and trim. Touring-friendly touches include the 18-liter tank and the drivetrain's relaxed, long-legged character. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte füge den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 6 hier ein oder lade ihn als Datei hoch. Dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch und natürlich ins Englische. Design and ergonomics. The R1100R puts its engineering on full display, and that is the design. The longitudinally mounted boxer, with its unmistakably protruding cylinders, defines the silhouette, as does the telelever front end with its signature wishbone. Instead of acres of plastic, you get clean lines, sturdy components, and a cockpit with clear, round analog gauges. Exactly what you'd expect from BMW of that era. Ergonomically, it's an easy upright ride. Wide handlebars, a relaxed knee angle, and a commanding view in traffic. For taller riders in particular, the bike feels properly grown up without forcing you into a stretched-out posture. One detail that can make a big difference on many examples is the optional seat. Depending on the version, seat height changes noticeably, along with your confidence when maneuvering at walking pace. The Roadster remains resolutely unfaired. A screen is possible, but never central to the package. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte sende den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 8 einfach hier einfügen. Dann übersetze ich ihn ins Englische, idiomatisch und ansprechend. Handling and everyday practicality. In daily use, the BMW R1100R rides exactly the way it was engineered to. Stable, predictable, and with a reassuring calmness in the suspension. The Boxer pulls strongly from low revs without needing to be wrung out, perfect for city traffic, back roads, and relaxed touring. What really stands out is the telelever, Under braking, the front end stays remarkably composed, where many conventional forks would dive noticeably. Out back, the paralever helps keep the shaft drive from upsetting the bike, even if you're on and off the throttle mid-corner. With roughly an 18-liter tank, you get solid range, and the upright riding position is easy on your back and wrists. One everyday detail that matters: the 320mm dual front discs deliver confident stopping power, especially with fresh pads and good lines. Only when maneuvering at walking pace do you notice the weight and the boxer's width. Gern, bitte sende mir den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 10, den Inhalt nach den 3 Strichen. Dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch, natürlich und ansprechend ins Englische.